Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome to the Corcoran Entertainment Show. I am your host, Frankie Corcoran. That was Lonesome by Amber Walls. Be sure to go download that. Spotify, Apple Music, wherever you get your music. And then at the end of the podcast, we're going to have a little snippet of Whiskey Talkin' by Amelia Underhill and Riley Taylor. What we're doing today, guys, is a little bit of promotion for the big Rockin River Fest. I always include the link to the website in the episode description, so be sure to go to that and get your tickets. So Rockin River Fest, the big concert, which is coming on July 25th. It is Brett Kissel. He is opened by Amber Walls and Amelia Underhill, the two girls who are my guests today. And then the Signal Hill After Party. You can get your tickets for $85 general admission at the Goodie Shop Restaurant, Millbank Music, N&J Convenience, and Blackville Irving. Or you can also buy them online as well at rockinriverfest.ca, which the link is still in our episode description. And just please note that it is a 19-plus event, and the in-store ticket sales are cash only. So be sure to get your tickets. They're going quick, and come support what is probably going to be one of the biggest nights in Miramichi this year, guaranteed. And super excited to be working with the Rockin River Fest again this year and keeping such an amazing Miramichi tradition alive, and my guests today, as I mentioned, are Amber Walls and Amelia Underhill. As you guys can tell by the title of this episode, the Blackville Superstars. They're two incredibly talented girls who have written and put out their own music, which can be found on all Spotify, Apple Music, as I said, all those platforms. And be sure to go download that because it's amazing. And also be sure to download some of Brett Kissel's music as well too. Get yourself prepared for the upcoming concert. Great conversation with them. It's always a blast chatting with them, and we talk about a lot of different things. And it's truly amazing to see what an incredible opportunity that they're getting this summer. To open for Brett Kissel. I mean, one of the all-time Canadian greats. Anyways, guys, hope you guys enjoy the episode. If you like it, be sure to leave us a nice review, rating. Always lets me know. It's there's a ton of podcasts out there, but you chose this one, and I'm always grateful for that. So, if you would just take a moment out of your day to maybe just give us a review, rating, to let me know that you're continuing to enjoy your stay. Hope everybody's enjoying the winter. Hopefully everyone's taking all the proper precaution and all that stuff, and just watch your step when you're going out. Anyways, guys, without further ado, just sit back, relax, and enjoy the podcast today. Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Corcoran Entertainment Show. I'm your host, Frankie Corcoran, and today I'm joined by two very special guests. They are two Nashville musicians. No, not Nashville. They're Blackville musicians, but they're working their way up, and they have a big gig coming this summer at Rockin River Fest, which we have the link in our episode description to go and get tickets, which are going quickly, so be sure to get yours now. We have two of the openers for Brett Kissel. First off, we have Amber Walls.
Hi.
And then we have Amelia Underhill. Hey.
Woohoo. Hello.
Well, thanks for coming on, guys. First off, so I've had Amelia on the show before. I haven't had Amber, but this is probably the last time I'm going to have Amelia on as an Underhill because she just got engaged this year.
Thank you.
How's the wedding planning? How's all that stuff? When's the big day? Tell us about that.
May 30th, actually, of this year. So it's coming along. We didn't want a super long engagement, so yeah, I'm really excited. I always wanted a spring wedding, so we got engaged in the fall. So it's working out perfect, actually.
Are you one of the ones that get really who gets really stressed during the wedding season? I mean, like,
No.
obviously this is your first wedding, but like when you're help planning for other weddings, like it's always everybody's just so like, get out of my way, and they're stressing over it. Were you always kind of thinking that it was going to be like that for you, or you kind of just, yeah, it's fine, you know?
I didn't really know what it would be like. Like I do hair, so I have done like updos for a lot of weddings. So I kind of know like the rundown of how the day goes. So I feel like that kind of helped me not to be stressed because I already know some certain things that like people often forget to think about. And some of my friends have said to me that like planning a wedding was the most stressful thing they've ever done, and I actually haven't been stressed yet, and that kind of concerns me. I feel like I'm missing something, but I'm a very like type B person. Like I don't really worry about too much, so I don't know. I'm not stressed at all. I'm just excited.
And then we stop recording, and she's like, "Ah, damn it, I gotta go plan this and everything." It's
Although
just,
I'm just thinking now, I'm like, I forgot I was supposed to call and book the chairs for the ceremony today.
they can stand. It's okay. They don't
Yeah.
can eat standing up. Oh, it's fine. But
Amber's probably going to be more stressed than me that day. I have her in charge of controlling the music for
Yeah,
when I'm
my
supposed to
job.
walk, which songs play. So
Yeah,
guaranteed she'll be more stressed than me that day.
don't worry, I am. Already, I am already.
is this your first DJing gig, Amber? Doing that for her?
Kind of. Like, I've sang at weddings, but I haven't pressed play at weddings before, and I feel like that's more stressful.
Let's play right at the perfect time.
That's what I mean. That's stressful.
Yeah, accidentally presses the shuffle button and something else comes on. Like,
Dum, dum, dum.
I would die.
yeah, get low. Oh my god.
Yeah. I won't do that, but it would be funny.
It would
But
be
And then you and Troy dancing down the aisle.
halfway down the aisle, yeah.
That's hilarious.
but I see those TikToks all the time of like wedding fails, and I'm like, okay, it's fun. It's funny to laugh at them, but then you're like, if that was me in that in that position,
Yeah.
like, do you guys ever see that like? Maybe not necessarily for like a wedding or even just for a show. If you ever see like those TikToks online of somebody failing during a show, like they like their voice cracks or
Yeah.
something breaks, normally us watching it we'd laugh, but as you guys are performers, are you guys able to look at that and just go like, oh, I feel so bad for you, or do you laugh with it? Like, how do you kind of cope with that?
I feel like I
Honestly,
kind of do both.
yeah, I was gonna say the same thing, kind of both. I'd be like, haha, glad that's not me though.
Yeah, I'd be like, oh, that sucks. That's hilarious.
There was one time I played a show actually, and my guitar strap broke halfway through the song. It was a competition I was in too.
Oh,
And my guitar strap breaks mid-song, and the whole audience went like that. And in the mic, I just went, Dad. And my dad has to like come up and like tie it back on me. It was so funny.
That's funny. That's so cute and such a you and Troy thing to do.
I know.
your dad's your roadie, like.
He literally, and him so shy too, had to get up in front of like 200 people and come up on stage and tie my guitar strap back on me.
Oh my god.
That was
But
funny.
did you win the competition? That's the main thing.
No, I got second place, but it's fine.
Second place out of how many people were there?
6.
Okay, that's still good.
Yeah, not bad.
Second place out of there was only two of us, you know.
Two.
Like, I could have done
Yeah.
better, you know. But Amber, you haven't had anything or those types of feelings before, like you yes and no kind of.
Oh God. Well, one time I was playing in Bathurst and nothing really broke, but there was this guy and he was really, really, really intoxicated. And he kept coming up to the mic and singing in the mic and singing in the mic. And I was like, playing and playing, playing. And one of the girls, like at the other table, like mouthed to me and she's like, "Are you okay?" And I was like, no, I'm good. My parents are here. Like, but they were like really concerned for me. But yeah.
No, it happened. Well, then the drunk fans is such a big
Oh.
thing too that you have to be prepared for. Well, especially it's one thing to do it for like theater and things like that, but like then for like concerts where people are drinking, you're at a bar. Does that terrify you guys sometimes if you're ever playing in for those types of parties? You're like, we live in a world where I feel like somebody could come up on stage and try to throw a bottle at me or something like that. Like, do you ever have those types of feelings? It might not sound like, some people say, oh, don't worry, it's not going to happen, but it's happened before. I mean, have you ever felt that?
I've never been nervous of it because I've like good luck to them if they were to do that to me.
Yeah.
Honestly, it's not something that scares me. I've dealt with drunk people my fair share, so I feel like I know how to handle them.
Really thought about it, I guess. Like I just feel like the drunker they are, the more they sing, which I like. So, but yeah, I never
The
thought about
only
that.
thing that scares me is sometimes when drunk people want to come up and sing with me, and I will let them because like sometimes I find it like really fun and it kind of gets the crowd going. But I'm always scared they're gonna like take it too far and do like a mic drop or something. And I'm like, please don't break my equipment.
Leave everything where you found it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or it's even worse if you're renting the equipment. You're like, oh shit, I got to bring that back to somebody.
To pay for it.
Literally.
Um, one time I was singing and a guy like got up on stage and he was young, like he had a broken foot, so he was up like hammered singing like on one foot, and I was like, "Are you okay?" And he's like, "Oh yeah, I'm good." And I was like, "Okay." And he was actually a really really good singer, but it was funny.
Yeah, there's some of them that you're like, if you drink that much, you should just stay home, or just don't drink, or whatever the case may be. But it's kind of like, if they're having fun and singing the songs, like it also must feel good for you guys too. Like, did you guys have that moment where you're singing one of your original songs? Like, you guys heard at the top of the episode, Lonesome, that's Amber Wall's song. And then we're also going to be playing a little snippet of one of Amelia's songs at the end of this. But how would you describe, Amber, like the feeling of you're playing your own original music that you wrote and the audience sings with you? Have you ever had that yet?
Well, yeah. So, I teach, and the kids at the school are like the little kids, like really are obsessed with the fact that I have music out. And last year, like the song was out for a week, maybe 2 weeks, and we had a fundraiser festival fundraiser like variety show for the kids or whatever, and Miss Barry like plays the violin or the fiddle, so she played along with me, and I started to play Lonesome, and all the kids rushed the stage, and they sat there, and you could hear them, like people videoed it or whatever, and like you could hear them screaming it, and I was like, oh my god, try not to cry because I'm literally these kids' teacher, like I can't like sob in front of them, but yeah, it was really like crazy. I was like, oh my god, this is like they know the words, like they just aren't making them up. It was cool.
I love that. How about you, Amelia? Have you had, because you also had, since the last time we had you on, Whiskey Talkin' is one that just came out as well, too. So have you ever had the feeling of the audience singing your music with you?
I have that actually. The first time I ever experienced it was right after COVID. Old Black Truck had just came out, and well, it was out for like about a month, and I played at Apero, and they had like a Old Black Truck release party. And it wasn't even Old Black Track that they were singing because it was like too new. So it was Young Love and Summertime when I played that. I think you were there, Amber,
I
actually.
was. This is, as soon as he asked the question, I was like, I remember this.
Yeah, and the whole crowd, like, and Apero's not a huge bar, but it was packed that night, and everybody was singing it. And I'm pretty sure you can hear me smiling through my singing
Oh,
because, like,
you can. I
my
remember.
like in the videos, like I literally am just all teeth. I couldn't believe that it was happening and everybody was singing along and it was something like I don't know how to explain it really because
Quite sure
it's
I
like, oh
cried
my
when that
God, like
happened.
that's me. I wrote that. Those are my words and these people are singing it. Like that's crazy.
Yes, like it's one thing singing a song that somebody already knows, like I don't know, Wagon Wheel is like the one that
Hmm.
Yeah.
everybody will sing. That's the first one I thought of. But when you listen to that and go like, oh yeah, that's the song that I spent hours like beating my head up against my desk trying to come up with the words, and it just as an artist, just it's hard to describe how it
It
feels.
is.
You know what I mean? Like it's really, and I'm really glad. And then you guys also have such a good fan base too, really, because I mean, like,
Mhm.
one of the things that really stood out to me. So the first time that me and Amber really met was at Rockin River Fest this year,
Yeah.
and I just remember seeing all of the kids that you taught were coming up to you and like, oh my god, you were so good, and then it was just something about that I was just like, that's just so sweet, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like, and
it's so sweet.
like there might have been someone who could have been like, oh, jeez, these fucking kids, you know what I mean? But like, no, not you. You were like, you're so sweet. You're engaging with them, and then started talking with them. I was like, that's a good relationship that you want to have with like fans, people who support you. And then I told Amber this, that even my niece she said, are you at the event you're going to, is Amber Walls there? And I said, how do you know Amber Walls? And she said, my nanny taught her. Like, duh, like and but it's so nice when you have such a good fan. And then even from around here, we got such a good loyal following. I mean, you guys have like all of Blackville in your corner too, you know what I mean?
Yeah, that's awesome.
No, it's great. It really is. And like, do you ever? I'm kind of curious. Like, um, obviously, we everybody works a job to get them by, and but when you kind of look at when was it for you, Amber, that you really thought this is something that I wish I could do for a living? Like, could I do this for a living? Should I do this for a living? And how do I decide what to do here?
Um, I, that's a good question, actually. I don't know. Like I play guitar or anything until 2020, and I taught myself in lockdown. And then I kind of was like, wow, like I sang and everything growing up. Like I was always in choir and I was always like involved, I guess, in music, but I could never really express it. So after that, and like watching people's lives just blow up on TikTok, and I was like, this is kind of crazy. And these people are just regular like me and have a regular job, and they're using their regular job money to put music out. So I applied for a grant through Music New Brunswick. Um, and I got a grant to put out my first single, Should Have Listened to Mama. And then I was like, this is kind of cool. Like, and then I applied for Boots, and that kind of like, I don't know, just I still don't know what I'm doing, but I'm trying to figure it out, I guess.
But you're doing something right. You really are
No,
doing
I don't
something
know.
right, that you have everybody there are literally, I know Miramichi's a small town, but when people are talking about like who are some musicians from around here, or who are some musicians that could do this or do that or whatever, and then always Amber Walls is one that always comes up, like Amelia Underhill is one that always comes up, like it's really, and like I know to us it seems really small because we're in Miramichi or we're in Blackville, you know what I mean? It doesn't seem like that big of a deal, but it really is, because it takes a lot of work and it takes a lot of guts to really go for it. You know what I mean? And it's really something that you guys should both be proud of too, especially with all the success coming your guys' way this year, especially. Amelia, was there a moment for you too that you kind of thought, should I try to pursue this full time, or can I pursue this full time? Like, how did you kind of weigh those options?
I was almost like the opposite in a sense, because I grew up saying like, "Oh, I'm going to be a famous country singer." Like that was whenever you would ask me what I wanted to be, and I remember it was take your kid to work day, and I was 14, and I didn't go to work with either of my parents. I just went and hung out at the hardware store all day in Blackville. And anyway, I was at the grocery store that night, and there was this lady selling tickets on a quilt, and she said to me, she was like, "Oh, like." What did you do today? 'Cause she knew I was that age. And I was like, oh, I went to the hardware store. She's like, oh, is that what you want to be when you grow up? You want to work at the hardware store? I was like, no, I'm going to be a famous country singer. And my mom, we get out in the car, and my mom's like, you're going to have to stop telling people that. Like, it was really cute when you were little, but like, you're 14 now. You should probably start actually thinking about what you're going to be. And my dad, like, got right mad at her for saying that. And he was like, listen. if you want to be a famous country singer, I'm going to tell you something. You better learn how to play the guitar and start writing songs. And I think he actually had that conversation with me when I was like 13, because by this age, I could play the guitar. So that was kind of like I was 13, 14. I was like, okay, I got to take this seriously. So that's when I learned how to play the guitar, started writing songs, um, recorded my first like 6 original songs when I was 15, not professionally, just this guy I knew had like a recording studio in his basement. And anyway, yeah, so I started thinking about it then. And then I remember when I went to hairdressing school, it was kind of the same thing. They went around the classroom and they asked everybody, they were like, oh, so like, when did you want to know? Like, when did you know you were going to be a hairdresser? And everybody's like, oh, I always loved playing with hair. And they get to me and I was like, oh, I don't want to be a hairdresser. And they were like, oh, well, why are you in hair school? And I was like, well, this is just my backup plan. Like, I'm going to be a famous country singer. Like, I'm just here for something to like fill the time, you know? Like, I got to pay for this somehow. And they were like, okay, right on, moving on. Because everybody else was just like so passionate about becoming a hairdresser. And I was like, man, this is my backup plan. So I've just kind of, there was never really a moment where I was like, oh, this is what I'm going to do full time. I kind of just my entire life was like, yeah, that's what I'm going to do.
That's so funny. All these kids are so excited about what they're doing and like, oh my God, hairdressing's so important to me. And then this girl comes in, nah, that doesn't mean anything, guys. I'm gonna be
No, literally. I was like, well, I've just always been good at doing hair, so I figured I might as well make some money off it until I become a famous country singer, you know?
y'all are
Fair
working
enough.
dead end jobs doing this. Yes, guy.
Literally.
Oh my God, that's so
I
funny.
did I did form a real love for doing hair though. I actually am pretty passionate about it now, but I mean, if I could become a famous country singer, I would still do that any day over, you know, the day job.
Oh my God,
Oh
exactly.
yeah.
And I mean, I think a lot of people would prefer, if we could. I mean, but then again, it's the real world. You gotta do what you gotta do to survive and everything like that. And so, but even still, just making a go of it in a small town like this. I mean, I always say, people might might say, "Oh, come on, it's not that small." It's like, well, we're pretty small. You guys grew up here too. You guys know exactly what I'm talking about.
Hmm.
But and then also we have today's technology now, and we're able to get our stuff out there. TikTok, you can put your stuff out there. Did you guys use TikTok at all for social media exposure too? Amber, did you use TikTok or anything? Because that's a great way to
I
boost
always
followings.
like use my sounds like in any video I post. I use like so once you at least I use DistroKid to send my music out, so you can send it to Snapchat and TikTok and Facebook and all those things. So I always use bits of that. But then before, like maybe I'll play it acoustic, and then if I have the demo, this is what I literally do. I upload a video that no one can see, so the audio's on there, and then I'll use that in another video. So I try to use it, but it's a tricky game, that TikTok. You don't know when to post, you don't know what to post, you don't know. At least I don't. I'm not great at it, but I try.
But then you wonder what people will say because TikTok, it's so like you could put one video out there of yourself and everybody like I look at Dooley's karaoke, shout
Yes.
out to Dooley's, and I see they get lots of people commenting, oh, this is great, and then there's people who are up there and I'm seeing the comments towards them that are just real hateful, and I'm just like
Hmm.
that's just I'm like, okay, that's just kind of cruel right there, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So going into this, like, were you guys ever worried at all, Amelia, we'll start with you, about like what are people gonna think of me if I put myself out there like this? Like, are people gonna, because I mean we always have a bit of also imposter syndrome too when we're putting our stuff out there and just going, oh, this is terrible, it's
Oh
really
yeah.
good, but you think it's terrible and you're like, are people gonna hate me for this, or what are they gonna say? Did you have those feelings at all, like throughout your music career?
Oh, 100%. Like before my first song, Young Love and Summertime came out, I remember I was so embarrassed. And like I don't know why, but I
Mhm.
that's how I felt. Like I felt embarrassed about the fact. And I said, people are gonna make fun of me. Like, especially like Blackville is even so much smaller than Miramichi. And like a lot of people I find like they made their friends in high school. They're all still friends to this day. That's great. That's why we love small towns. But there's certain groups of people that were kind of mean in high school. Maybe they would have made fun of you then. Well, 10 years later, they're probably still gonna be the type of people to make fun. You know what I mean? And so, of course, I was like, a little bit insecure about it. And I remember I was doing hair actually, and I was talking about it with one of my clients. And I said, like, I know this one specific group of people, they're gonna make so much fun of me for doing this and just say, oh, look at her. Like, she thinks she's gonna be famous. And my client said to me, she goes, but yeah, but what are they doing? She
Yeah.
Yeah.
literally said, like, what are they doing? Like, where are they going? At least you're trying. Like, at least you're doing something that you're passionate about and you're trying. And then the other thing she said to me was, like, in the grand scheme of things, like, we are so small. Like, we are on a floating rock in outer space. And I have said that so many times now, like, in my life. I'm like, it's not that deep. Like, literally nothing is that deep. Like, I don't really
Mhm.
care anymore if people make fun of me, like, for doing something that I love, because literally we're on a floating rock in outer space. And, like, we're all going to die someday, and our graves are all going to be 6 feet deep. And that's just kind of the attitude I think you have to have, because there is always going to be people that make fun of you. But that's kind of what I say to myself now. I'm like, yeah, but what are they doing?
Mhm.
Yep, exactly. Kicking themselves in the arse because they didn't have the guts to do it, So,
Exactly.
Amber, how about you? Do you have the same feelings or?
Yeah, like I was pretty nervous. See, I saw everyone really support Amelia's, so I was kind of like that gave me a little bit less of a, like I knew that they weren't going, like people didn't make, or at least I don't know that they made fun of Amelia for doing it, and I was like, they probably won't make fun of me. So, but it is nerve wracking. Now I can't even talk because I'm all worked up about it. But like because it is something that you put out there, so obviously people can have opinions on it, and they're totally entitled to their opinions on everything. But sometimes those opinions might hurt, and I don't want to know. Like I don't want to hear those ones, I guess. But it is like even when I post a TikTok still, because I try to, I'm not great at it. I feel like, oh my God, everyone's gonna make so much fun of me. Like everyone's gonna make so much fun of me. But then also if I don't post it, nothing's gonna blow up, and maybe I'll never be a famous country singer. Like.
No,
So
exactly. But then, like, here you guys are now this summer opening for Brett Kissel.
which is so crazy. So
Exactly. We
crazy.
would have never got there if we had have let the fear of people making fun of us stop us.
Yeah, 100%.
Yes, exactly. Like that's because then now you can look back. Do you ever have fear or not fears, but feelings of like, shit, I was this close to stopping and it could have ruined this whole opportunity for me. Like if I said no to this, it wouldn't have led to this and it wouldn't have led to this and it wouldn't have led to this big concert coming up this summer. Like, did you
Yeah.
guys ever think about that or you kind of
Oh,
just
yeah.
look to the future?
Oh, 100%. Like, for me, for example, the way that I ended up playing at Cavendish last year was I had played a gig at the Rod, and it was like a half an hour gig, and it was for this convention, and I had no idea what it was even for. Like, I just thought it was, there was this business convention going on. They wanted some entertainment during their lunch, so they got me to go and sing a couple songs. That was how I seen it. And there was a woman there who worked for White Cast Entertainment. And what this business corporation meeting thing was, it was people who travel around Canada and like they scout out like talent. And I didn't know that. I thought they were literally just business people. I didn't know. Anyway, she was there. And I never met any of them or anything like that. 2 years later, I get an email from her and she remembered me. She was like, I saw you play at the Rod like 2 years ago. And she's like, she's like, I work for Whitecap Entertainment. We're affiliated with Cavendish. Would you come to Halifax and play this gig? And it was during the Juno Awards. And I was like, sure. And I thought that was so cool. Like, and I thought that was as far as it was going to go. And because I went and did that, then they ended up reaching out to me like a month later and they were like, would you like to come and play at Cavendish on the emerging artist stage? And I think all the time, if I had have said no to that gig at the Rod, I would
Yeah.
have never, you know what I mean? And it's just how like one thing leads to another. Like I had no idea what that little gig at the Rod even was. And it was like 2.5, 3 years before anybody from
That's
that
so
even
crazy.
reached out to me. And had I not done that one gig, you know what I mean? I would have never played at Cavendish.
That's
Yeah,
so
that's
wild to
wild.
think about. Like wow, and it's you go into it not thinking because that's almost something like what happened with you at the Rod is almost something you would see in some like music biopic or something. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? Like,
literally.
100%. And I forgot about that gig. Like that was just, you know what I mean?
Like
A
a
little
little
half
blip.
hour thing in the middle of the
Yeah.
day. I never paid any attention to it. It was just, I was
And
like, oh, I can go and make $100 singing for a half an hour, thought that was a pretty good deal. And that was all it was to me. And I didn't realize,
which
you never know
honestly,
who's listening.
probably better. Because you would have been way more nervous. You would have been way more like,
Oh my God, if I had have known that that's what those people were doing, that they were literally scouting out for talent, I probably would have said no. 'Cause I would have been scared.
yeah, like you shouldn't have said no, but I would have thrown up, like thinking, oh my God, I'm going to go here.
Yeah.
Like I'm auditioning to play at Cavendish. Like,
Yeah, like I had no idea, and it was like
no,
three
that's so
years
sick though.
prior. It was crazy.
that's so wild. Like, but that goes to show that even anyone who wants to be an actor or anybody who wants to be work in the arts, period, that like if you never know who's going to be watching, you never know who's going to
Yep.
be quietly taking notes. Like like for actors, if you're on set and you're working and there's like a casting director or producer off in the distance, just quietly taking notes and just going like, I like their at work ethic, I like this person, what they're doing and everything like that. And then 2 years later they come to you with some sort of opportunity, so like it's just, you never know what's going to happen. And so that's something we encourage everybody listening. If you're a aspiring artist or whatever it is, to just kind of go for it, because these two girls here are proof that it can happen, because I mean of what's happening this summer. So Amber, take me back when you found out that this was going to be happening for you, big concert this summer. Did you? Yeah, she was expecting to roll over, wake up, and go, "Oh crap! Yep, dream. Got to go to work."
So I'll tell you the story. So, like I said, I'm a teacher. So I'm teaching, like, and I have a little kid in my group, and I was doing testing actually, and my watch lights up. And I'm a text from Amelia. And like Amelia never texts me in the day, and she's like, "Hey, can you call me?" And I'm like, "Oh my God, like is that like I totally always go to like the worst case scenario. I'm like, oh my God, is everything okay? Like Maddie, her sister and I like are really good friends. I'm like, oh my God, is Maddie okay? Like, is her dog all right? Like, is everything so I'm like trying to think in my head of all these things and I was like, sorry, like I can't right now and I have no preps left. Like, and anyway, she's like, no, it's okay. Like, just call me as soon as you can. I'm like, so then we had a meeting after school and I forgot to call her. And then I was like, oh my God. So then I called her and then she was in at Maritime and then she called me back and I was doing something. So we played phone tag for a little bit. And then anyway, we finally got each other on the phone. And she was like, hi. And I was like, hi, is everything okay? She's like, yeah, I just have a question. Do you want to play a gig with me? And I was like, yeah. Because we never, like, we should, but anyway. And she was like, well, you want to open for Brett Kissel with me at Rockin River Fest? And I was like, what? I was like, are you being like, I couldn't. I was like, you're joking. Like, we're like, are we playing at Apparel? Like, where, like, what are we doing here? And she's like, no, like, really, they reached out and wanted to know if we want to do it. I was like, are you kidding me? Yes, I didn't ask her a date. I didn't ask her a time. I didn't ask her whatever. But yeah, I couldn't believe it. And I was like, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. I have to tell my mom. Like, she's going to freak out. But no, it was really cool. And it was cool that, like, Amelia got to tell me about it too.
And then Amber looked at the calendar and it said April 1st, and she said, "April Fools."
Yeah,
I'm just
literally.
kidding.
Felt like it.
It's not happening, but that would be nice.
Worst prank of all time.
Oh my God, you would never talk to her again
Literally,
if
like,
she.
Amelia who? I don't know her.
Who's this girl? Amelia, take me back when you found out. Like, did you think it was real? Were you in the same position as Amber? Or?
I was pretty stunned, yeah. So I had been in at Irving Keyboard like in September buying some equipment. I always try to shop local, and I was talking to Tim, and he was saying that there was a rumor that the Rockin River Fest was going country. And he was saying he was like, yeah, like I'm, trying to get on the committee. He really likes country music and stuff, and he said, I'm gonna like put in a good word for you guys. He said, because you played in the park last year, Amber played at the wharf. He said, there's no reason you guys can't be on the big stage. He's like, that's where you guys should be. So he said, I'll keep in touch. I'll let you know what I find out. And I said, okay, thanks, Tim. Like, I really didn't think it was going to go too far. So he messages me. He's like, "Hey, can you give me a call?" So I said, "Yes." So I call him, and so it was him who actually told me. He said, "So we're looking at having you and Amber Walls as a duo open for Brett Kissel." He said, "Do you think this is something like, is this something you'd be interested in?" And I was like, "Yes." Like I was literally pacing around my living room. Like I had him on speakerphone, and like my dog thought something was wrong. She's following me around because I was just pacing back and forth. And anyways, he's like, "Okay, well, would you mind like reaching out to Amber and asking her like if she would mind like before we confirm?" And I said, "Tim, Amber's gonna say yes. Like this is for sure." Like he was like, "Yeah, but you never know her schedule. She might have something booked." I said, "No, no, she'll clear her schedule. Trust me."
Really?
And so, anyways, that's when I hung up. I thanked him like 100 times, and he gave me like Tiffany's email, and it was great. And so immediately I texted Amber. I'm like, "You need to call me right now." And I had to keep that in for like 4 hours before she called me back, and it was killing me
Oh,
because I just wanted to tell everybody. But then, like Amber said, my sister and her are really good friends. I didn't want to tell anybody that was gonna like leak it to Amber before she even knew she was doing this gig. It
So
was,
Amber, I hear you're playing or you're opening for Brett Kissel this summer. Well, yeah.
yeah.
see?
She'd be like, "Yeah, you're correct."
Yeah, literally.
I've heard crazier things, you know. But no, like it just to me, I'm like, you know, I look at all, you know, we got amazing talent here. We really, really do, and it's great that we have, you know, we have this opportunity for you guys too, like, especially because, you know, like we're all saying, we're that you guys do a lot of, you know, Amelia, you had your big gig in, you know, Cavendish, and, you know, Amber, you've been all over too. And it's like, you guys deserve to be seen, you know, like this is big, you know, for you guys. And so I was so excited whenever I heard that this is who was going to be opening for the concert. And so it's, to me, it's like a match made in heaven, really. I mean, like that's there's really no better way to. How are you guys prepping? Because I mean, like it's been you know, a while, or like, you know, a few months since you found out about it. How is the preparations going for the show? Are you coming up with new songs, or what's the any teases that we should know about, or do people have to buy tickets? That's their little plug.
Oh no,
Yeah,
you
people
gotta
have to
buy
buy tickets.
tickets.
Yeah.
Well, I
Um,
had kind of started like writing a song that needed two people anyway. I only have a couple lines. Amber's already heard it. And I was like, we should finish this song together and then we could like debut it at Rockin River Fest because we talked, like we're obviously great friends. We grew up together and we've always said we should write a song together. We should do a
yeah.
gig together. And we never did. So I feel like in a way this is also such a
Like full
blessing because
circle.
it's kind of forcing us to do it. You know what I
Literally,
mean?
literally.
Well,
Yeah.
no, it's
So
good though. Like that's and it's this is also like one of the things that I always talk about. It's you know, it's one thing leads to another. Like, you know, like Amelia doing the gig for the Rod led to her going to Cavendish, and then her going to Cavendish, you know, like it just, it's all connected somehow. You know
hmm
what I
Yeah.
mean? And so everything happens for a reason. I'm a firm believer in that now. You know, like I used to never be like, oh yeah, you know, but now I'm starting to believe that things do happen for a reason. And this is going to be an amazing show too.
Oh, I
I'm just
can't
super
wait.
stoked. This episode of the Corcoran Entertainment Show is brought to you by Holy Hydrogen. Okay, guys, let's be real. We all try our best to stay hydrated, right? But not all water is created equal. That's where Holy Hydrogen comes in. They've got this awesome device called the Lourdes Hydrofix Premium Edition, and it takes clean water to the next level by infusing it with molecular energy. That means you're not just drinking water, you're giving your body extra support with every sip, better energy, less inflammation, and a real boost to your immune system. So try the Lourdes Hydrofix Premium Edition today by going to shop.holyhydrogen.com/Corcoran and use the promo code Corcoran for $100 off your purchase. Again, that's shop.holyhydrogen.com/Corcoran and use the promo code Corcoran at checkout. Stay hydrated and stay healthy. The Corcoran Entertainment Show is brought to you by Podmatch, the ultimate platform designed to connect podcast hosts with prospective guests effortlessly. Are you a podcaster looking to elevate your show to new heights? Or perhaps you're a guest hoping to share your story with a broader audience. Whatever your podcasting goals are, we have the perfect solution for you. Podmatch simplifies the entire process of discovering guests for your show or finding podcasts to feature your expertise. Now imagine a platform where you can easily match with like-minded creators tailored specifically to your niche. With Podmatch, you can effortlessly network with influencers and thought leaders, all while staying true to your podcast vision. There are a multitude of ways that Podmatch can help you grow your brand. You can be part of a thriving community of podcasters and potential guests. Engage, collaborate, and grow together. If you're ready to experience these fantastic benefits for yourself, we invite you to join Podmatch today. Head over to www.joinpodmatch.com/Corkin Entertainment and sign up right now for only $6 a month. That's right, you heard me right, $6 a month. Join the Podmatch family today and watch your podcast soar to new altitudes. Thank you for tuning into the Corkin Entertainment Show, and happy podcasting. If you guys kind of had to give a little, you two being like two of the stars of the show, Amber, we'll start with you. If you had to tell the audience, people listening, why should they go see the show, what would you say?
Well, first of all, Brett Kissel's coming to Miramichi to perform. So that's just in itself, you have to go. Like, and he loves the Miramichi. Like, he comes fishing all the time. So I feel like he appreciates us. We should go and appreciate him. He's one of Canada's top artists probably right now. And he's coming to us. So, and also Amelia and I are going to be there, and that's just going to be great too. But yeah, I think we need to show, and we need to also show the rest of the country and artists in the country music scene that, Miramichi should be a great place to come and gig. And for next year, there were, I don't know, what's the capacity at Rockin River Fest? Do you know?
Don't know the exact capacity.
Not that it's that important, but if 5,000 people come and watch Brett Kissel, then maybe 5,000 people will come next year and watch Dean Brody, or 5,000 people might come next year and watch Mackenzie Porter,
Yes, Kenzie Porter. Yes, that's right. I keep forgetting that she's Canadian too. And who else?
Yeah.
Who else? I just found out someone else was Canadian too recently. I can't remember who. Tyler Joe Miller is Canadian.
Yes, he is.
I just found that out a few weeks ago. I said, really? I had no idea. But yeah, and thankfully it's outdoors too, so it's not like we have to worry about fire marshals or like, oh crap, it's right, we gotta we can't have too many people in this building. But you have me sold on it. But Amelia, can you make me want to buy a ticket right now?
Well, Amber kind of touched on it already, but obviously we're going to be there, so that should make everybody buy a ticket. But no, in all seriousness, this is the first time Miramichi has ever done something this big. And so I think that's huge that like we're taking, like, everyone travels from Miramichi to go to Cavendish or, to go to YQM and these big festivals. And I think this is the first year where we're kind of proving like we can do it right here too. We do need the support. So this year it's Brett Kissel's the headliner, but like Amber said, if this year is a good turnout, it's hard to say who we could bring next year. All of those like big festivals started out small too. You know what I mean? So I think it's huge that Miramichi is taking a step in that direction and that we're doing something this big and bringing somebody like Brett Kissel here. And, if everyone comes and supports this year and has a great time, like, it's hard to say how big this can get. And, we wouldn't even have to worry about traveling to Moncton or PEI, who we don't even need hotels. We can do it right here.
Yeah.
Yes.
Make some money.
And then you don't know who's watching,
Exactly.
You don't know who's going to be there, So, yeah, it's going to be great, guys. I'm super proud of you guys too, that this
Thanks.
The hard work has paid off, and that, it's going to be a great show. We encourage everybody to get tickets. I'll put the link in our episode description where you can get tickets. July 25th, Amber Walls, Amelia Underhill, opening for Brett Kissel, after party, Signal Hill. Tickets are $80. Get them online, and come see probably the biggest show on the Miramichi this year, if not one of them. And it's going to be great, guys. Thank you guys so much for taking the time. It's actually a perfect day to do this podcast because at the time of this recording, it's storming out. Or it's not really storming. It's just really bad outside. But thank you guys for taking the time to come on. Busy schedules, busy lives. And
thank you for having us.
Yeah, thanks so much.
Yeah, it's my pleasure, guys. And anytime you guys want to come back, you guys, it's an open invitation anytime.
Oh, that's awesome.
Thank you.
So thank you guys again, guys, and thank you all for listening to the Corcoran Entertainment Show today. We'll see you guys in the next episode, but until then, this is Frankie, Amber Walls, and Amelia Underhill signing off. Cheers, guys. You can say bye.
Bye.
Oh, bye.